So, we had game 6 in Atlanta as the Boston Celtics want to close this one out, obviously, because, well, you don't want game 7 in any way or shape or form, because, hey, man, it's not great. But they were off to a good start, but Atlanta countered pretty quickly as Trae Young got going here in the first half. And it was a back and forth offensive game once again, as you would expect from these two teams, kinda, right? Here's Trae on the step back, and the Hawks had a 7-point lead. That's my boy Vít Krejci right there. But the Celtics instantly countered and had a run of themselves as they got up 4 here late. Jaylen Brown was cooking, and it was, like I said, tied here. Even throughout the whole game, pretty much, not a team could gain much separation. It was always 7-10 point lead maximum, and that's nothing in today's NBA, right? And here, Onyeka Okongwu tips it in as the Hawks gathered the lead here at the end of the third quarter. And man, I've been impressed with how they played this series. I truly have been, and I'm happy to see it as John Collins knocks it down. He's been playing much better lately, which is great to see, because, well, he needs to on this contract, and I'm hoping he will. But Jaylen Brown was on one in Atlanta, in his hometown. He said, hey, man, I want to close this shit out here, and Janet Jackson should want her concert back. Yeah. Tatum gets the ball, gets the good pass, and beautiful ball movement to a wide open Horford, the Hawks legend. And yeah, I thought he was making... Yeah, man, I just trust Al Horford in the clutch way too much, I suppose. And Tatum with the step back, nasty free ball, and the Celtics got going here from deep. And the Hawks just couldn't counter. Trae Young was off in the second half, and wide open Horford again. I thought he was going to make it. He misses, but Tatum's there on the putback slam. And he was goddamn hyped, as he should be, as they gained enough separation. The Hawks finally started to get going a little bit here, but it was a little too late as Marcus Smart hits the dagger, and that has to hurt in the heart. Great win for the Celtics. Did what they should have done at home, but they finished it off here in 6. Now the series against the Sixers starts on Monday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's starting on Monday. So on Monday we'll have Celtics Sixers. We'll talk about it on Sunday probably. If I were to give you a quick prediction, I think the Celtics will win in 5, honestly. I don't trust the Sixers. I think the Celtics have their number, and we'll see. But that's what I believe based off my gut. But I'll look into it a little more, and we'll see what I come up with when I do a video about the series. As for the Celtics tonight, it was JTJB, the duo. How did they call them on Twitter? It was something absolutely horrific. They gave them a nickname. I'll have it on here, but I can't remember it because it was so bad. It was something the tax shit, I don't know. Jaylen Brown with 32, like I said, he was great. 30 and 14 and 7 for Tatum. He was really good. Al Horford had his moments with 10, 12, 4, 2 and 3. Jesus Christ, no turnovers also. Derek White had probably his worst game of the series, but thankfully for him, Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart stepped up. As Smart got to the free throw line 9 times, which is great. Had 22 points, was playing really well, man. Marcus Smart stepped up big time. Malcolm Brogdon, like I said, at 17, 2 and 4, he had his moments. Grant Williams actually played 17 minutes. Played really well defensively, I thought, considering how this series has been going. And the Celtics do take care of the basketball with just 7 turnovers, which was huge. They out-rebound the Hawks, even though it was by 2 rebounds. They didn't get out-rebounded, which is, of course, the rebounds are such a difference in these playoffs, because offensive rebounds leads to 3 balls, right? And more possessions obviously help every damn time, but rebounding has always been that, but I think it's amplified this playoff so far, but we'll see how it goes in these next rounds. As for the Hawks, shame Trae Young couldn't get going in the second half. He was getting pretty solid looks, just couldn't knock them down. Played really solid, I would say, otherwise, especially in the first half. Shame, but he'll bounce back. I like this Atlanta team. I always have. We'll see what they do in the offseason and next year. Hunter and Collins. Collins stepped up big. I like how he played. Hunter, I'm still kinda more down on than not, but there's still something in there. Maybe with a full offseason with Quinn Snyder, it can, be something better. We'll see what they do. If they do make some moves, if they do trust Quinn Snyder to just, do enough work with them in the offseason so they can actually be a better team. Just how they are, maybe some slight moves to the bench. I don't know. But I think with the young guys, Onyeka Okongwu, Jaylen Johnson, you still have obviously Sadiq Bey. They all should get better in the summer, right? And with these coaches, and they have been playing well otherwise. Either way, it should be fine. Maybe Clint Capella is the one who should be actually gone and traded, because he had a really rough series, I think, and I think he also had a really rough overall season. So maybe Clint Capella is the one to go. As for DeJounte, 14, 7, and 11 in his return. Wasn't great, didn't take enough shot attempts. I also think he needs to get better defensively a little bit, because he came in as the defensive guy and he's just not been that. He's not been bad defensively per se, but he's not been good. And you needed somebody to be at least good defensively, not just net neutral. So we'll see if he gets the extension with the Hawks. We'll talk about the Hawks in the offseason, and we'll talk about every team probably. We'll see how I figure it out, but we take it day by day. We cover the playoffs now. We'll see, and I love you all.